Welcome esteemed guests to the Mystery Mood Board Challenge, created and hosted by yours truly. Here's a quick rundown. Each person creates a mood board for a character and then exchange mood boards without telling the other who that character is meant to be. Then, OCs are designed based on the mood board received, which are then presented and the real character is revealed. Convoluted? Yeah, kinda. I collabed with Dexerli to do this challenge and she'll also have her own video on it, so link in the description. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so by this point you probably already know what's going on. I'll just get straight to the point. Here's our victim. Squidward? What's his full name? Squidward J. Quincy Tentacles. Yes. I'm kind of worried if a clarinet would be too obvious, but I feel like without the context, right? Maybe. I just get this one. First one from the page. Looks cool. Yes. Ooh. Now, we have the clarinet. I don't think we need anything else. I don't know, I'm doing whatever. Maybe I'll polish this later, maybe I won't. I think it'd be funnier if I won't. I feel like putting anything octopus related would be way too much. An octopus and a clarinet on the same board, that's way too easy. So we'll just focus on the colors for now. And you love to see it. Aesthetic. That's way too soft. Maybe if I take away the light. Music. There it is. Is this music related? Yeah, for now that's... I don't know if you can hear that motorcycle, but it was very loud and it broke my line of thinking. Another just passed by. See, aesthetic, why not? This one could be something. The thing is, I don't want it to be too obvious. So like I could search up Moai, I think that's how you say it, an Easter Island Moai head to represent his house, but I'm too scared. You know what, I'm doing it. You'll also really relate to Sigma memes. Which, you know, it'd be funny. It could be funny. You know what? Why not? Why not? We'll add one. Oh, we have the combination of blue and yellow. We could do a seashore. And then I'll just get blue and yellow combination. Aesthetic. Oh, this is pretty. It's just very vibrant. I don't think that's what we're looking for. Maybe something more like this, but the sky... it's just not that interesting for a Squidward mood board. And let's just get this one. I feel like we can find a lot of introverted quotes if we look for it. Learning a person's routine in order to stalk them. We need to add that. Funny that the wiki says he's an introvert. I always thought of him like antisocial. I don't know. I just throw in antisocial quotes. If this was already people trying to be deep, antisocial would be even worse. Yep. Look at that. I am a social vegan. I avoid meat. I avoid meat. Call me antisocial, but please don't call me. Honestly, you know what? Searching up antisocial quotes gives you more funny jokes than introverted quotes. And I don't know what that says about society. We can do this. Working at the cashier and hating your job. Cashier. I'm just gonna show up stock images. With the cashier from... There are 4 images of the cashier from Roblox. Straight up. Just by searching cashier. I love that. And there's even more as you go down. There's an aesthetic option for cashier. There's a cashier aesthetic. Oh my god, there's a cashier aesthetic. This one is funny. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. If I am severely mischaracterizing Squidward, I am terribly sorry. I feel like we need to get more desaturated images. Yeah, that's a bit more like it, but not as much. I don't know, I don't think people were preparing for a possible Squidward mood board when they uploaded these images. Just a thought. I guess you can go for this. The color is pretty similar, isn't it? No, I am actually going insane. I'll add this one, why not? We didn't find a good thing about self-portraits, but maybe we can find something more generic, just talking about art and paintings, maybe? Painting? Aesthetic? Sure. I don't want to get specific paintings, I want to get the act of painting, like this. What I just got. So here, I feel like we can keep it at that. Let's see how this looks. So this is the final mood board. For a secret character, ooh. We have some painting stuff, we have some music stuff, a bunch of color stuff. We have the more obvious hints. Here, here, maybe here, here. I feel like this is fine. The whole point is treating the character as something more romanticized than aesthetic. Anyways, it just feels weird now that I see it in practice. But it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be cool. We'll meet again. Hello and welcome to the drawing part of this drawing video. Finally, here's a quick overview of the mood board I received. Lots of green, flowers, fauna, and some suspiciously Y2K-ish outfits, which made me think of shows from the 2000s, 2010s. My first thought was wings, but I wasn't too sure, and then I looked at this image and no, yeah, that's wings. There's no way. I wasn't sure who it was, because I only know wings from the vibes and from the dorms in Royal High, which I think are based off of Wings' superpowers, so I only knew that there was a nature-related character from there. But all that isn't too important. The idea of the challenge is to create a brand new character, not just guess who it is and draw the character. So I went a different direction, and instead of focusing on a fairy related to plants, I made this butterfly girl, not a fairy, butterfly girl. It's different. Who, based on this quote, which was on her mood board, is kinda cowardly, maybe even shy, but trying to hype herself up to do stuff out of her comfort zone, which is nice. And that quote, along with the super stylish outfits I got on her mood board, as well as a butterfly being able to be the literal symbol of beauty, I think it'd be a really fun combination if she looks really pretty, looks really confident, knows how to dress, knows how to do makeup, she's pretty and she knows it, and then you talk to her and she's just like a blubbering mess. And at the same time, she is trying to work on her confidence, get her own little glow up, but she focused first on dressing pretty and looking confident, the classic fake it till you make it strategy, which ended up resulting in this duplicity between her looking really confident and not being confident, because the confident part is still a work in progress. Which again ties really well with the butterfly theme, because a butterfly is also the symbol of change and transformation. Think Kami can't communicate, but with this girl instead. As for the color palette, I received a bunch of green and some pink. I added way more pink than the images were implying, but oh well, artistic liberty, right? I tried to use the airbrush a lot more, both for the wings and for her shirt. I tried to make it look like her shirt, I don't really know what to call it, but there's two fabrics, the one underneath being green and the one placed on top of it a semi-transparent pink. And what I did to achieve that was coloring the whole shirt pink and then using the airbrush to add some green, especially on the shoulders area, since that's where the two fabrics would be the closest. I think it would look cute. I think it matched with the wings, that's it. And with all that being said, here's our final design. Feel free to leave name suggestions in the comments, and now for the reveal of who this is meant to be. The audience is dying to know, who did you base your mood board off of? Pardon? What? Well, who did the mood board remind you of, dear viewer? Leave your guesses in the comments down below, you'll be right either way. We thought of Flora from Wings and Lilith from Rosalio X Vampire, so bonus points if you thought of any of them. While you're writing your comment, be sure to subscribe and like the video, share this with your friends, go watch Dexerli's video if you haven't already, like and subscribe to her too, and until we meet again.